And welcome to Fancy Tickles tonight, guys. It is me, James Maydall. I always go by Jim, but Bryce always introduces me as James, so let's stick with it. Bryce is out. His kiddo got pink eye. We'll let him delve into more of that next week.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll have some fun, fancy stories behind it.
I'm sure he'll have pink eye too.
Over the weekend, that's just what he wants. Not get it to go do a damn thing or wear mittens the whole time.
Yeah.
I just see him trying to now I just get that visual of him trying to masturbate in the shower, but with a mitten on.
Yeah. Can't touch it. Can't touch it.
As always, Jolly Green Sean is with me this evening. Just covering all our bases so we actually have an episode to put out for you cool cats and kittens, as Carol fucking Baskins would say. As of now...
As of now...
we have a new president, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Elect, anyway.
Yeah.
Just like back in the day when Gore and Bush were going at it, they're going to easily have another vote count in quite a few states, I feel.
That and lawsuits from Mr. Trump.
Oh,
I don't know how that's going to go down, though. This whole thing is just... It's a complete clusterfuck.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly. And I don't know. It's like every day you just wake up and just hear the news and see just the new bullshit that's going on and just wait for things to settle down.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they ever will.
Well, we're a month and a half away from the end of 2020, the year of terror.
I don't think it's going to end, though.
Yeah, it's going to roll into 2021.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt about
For
that.
Sure. What I see, okay, this is my prediction. I see Biden takes office. Trump will probably, it's gonna be a clusterfuck. Biden will take office. I think we're gonna end up with a shutdown like we did before, because here's another thing: COVID on the rise. Bad.
Yeah.
Especially where we're at. You and I should probably have masks on, but
It's not pink eye.
Yeah, no shit. I think I'd rather get COVID than pink eye. I've had pink eye, dude.
I don't know if I ever have.
I got pink eye. Sarah and I both got pink eye, but Haley did not get it.
Wow.
Yeah, the 3-year-old in the house did not get it, but Sarah and I did. Horrible, dude. I ended up with it in both eyes. And I think I started it. I was working out. I had a Jeep at the time, and the weekend prior, we had been up. My chair is squeaky
I think it's
as hell.
the table, I think.
No, it's my chair. Anyway, so we'd been up in Anatone wheeling around, and I went through a puddle, which I thought was a normal mud puddle, and it ended up being just fucking full of cow shit. So anyway, I'm underneath working, and I remember this piece of cow shit coming down and getting in my eye, and I think that's how I got the pink eye. Told my doctor that, and they laughed pretty good. But yeah, Sarah ended up with it, but somehow Haley didn't. And normally it's like the kids give it to the parents, but I don't know. It's just what I don't ever want to get again.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I've ever had it. I probably did when I was a kid and just don't remember.
Yeah.
Also, update, an official round table.
Yes.
Mr. Blankenship here put his handyman skills to the test and cut us out a round top and screwed it to the flat top of the floor square.
It is square underneath.
But, yeah, we have a round table, so it's official.
Yeah.
It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Could be. I still think it's the table making the squeak, but I don't know. I've also got my knee up against it to try to level it out, but
No, I don't think it is.
okay.
No, it's my chair. It's my chair.
All right. Okay.
See,
I trust
now
you.
I can't get it to do that. Okay. All right.
What else do we got? We don't want to blow our load too fast because we're only 5 minutes in here.
Oh shit! Well, that was a good episode, Jim.
With you were saying to finish off your prediction here.
Yeah, I see Biden taking us into a lockdown type situation again. I'm not too worried about it just because I'm essential. Shitty thing is, I hope they don't. But I see the schools getting closed down again.
Yeah.
And that puts a real damper on. So when you're the essential worker, I think you're the ones that are getting. We as essential workers have gotten the worst of it. And I don't care who wants to argue it. When you were essential, you had to pay extra for daycare. You had to pay extra for everything.
Yeah.
You know, all the places here in town up their prices. And it was pretty shitty, you know. And sure, we got a $1,200 check or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know, but still, it paid for bills and it paid for childcare, but at the same time, you know, when that's gone, you're still right back in the same spot you are, and we're still digging ourselves out of a hole.
Yeah. I will say the one positive thing about that, it was not taxable, so they didn't, like, it was just flat $1,200. Yeah. They weren't looking for any of it paid back, which, I mean, I don't know what that does to the country down the road, but because that was a fuck ton of money they dished out to a lot of people.
No shit.
And then on top of that, anybody that was laid off, looking at the unemployment, pulling that money.
Yep.
Like, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but
no,
to be an essential worker and to get paid less than the people on unemployment was kind of garbage.
Yeah.
And I guess now, so like we got ours cut back in May.
Oh,
like they stopped paying.
Like bonus. You're like
like they paid us from like it might have been June because it was for like 3 months. I think we got it.
Yeah.
And it was $2 extra hazard pay. And then once all the numbers and everything started to come down, then they kind of bailed on it. They pulled it back. And then we got told that they were going to give us, it was going to be $4 for every hour we worked between that time and one lump sum check.
Huh.
So for like that entire time, for those 3 months, we were going to get $4 an hour, they were going to, you don't get your normal wage, you just get $4 an hour for every hour you worked.
Yeah. And
one lump sum check. So if you figure, because a lot of us were working overtime because of people having to stay home or something like that. So we got, instead of getting $4 an hour, they took the average number of hours we worked a week. Because I think they realized that they were fucking themselves royally the way they worded it. Because it was in the newspaper, it was on Facebook, like all the ads that put out said it. It was going to be $4 for every hour worked in that hazard pay time. So most of us were figuring another $500 or $600, $700 if you average it all out.
Yeah.
Well, then it came back. You got $4 an hour for the average amount of hours worked in a week. So those that only worked 25 hours got $100 and some, and then it's taxed on top of that.
Ooh.
So it was only like $70 some.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, where I'm at, there wasn't any extra pay. There wasn't hazard, anything like that. There was a lot of overtime available, though. I'll say that just because of people being out. And, I think a lot of people just, when it first really started getting bad, were afraid to just be at work.
Yeah.
But I know of a few people that are kind of in my circle that went on unemployment, that chose to stay on it.
Yeah.
And are still on unemployment and still receiving.
They're not getting the $600 a week that they were, but it's still pretty damn high up there.
They're still extra. Was it $300 now? Though?
3 or 4 or something like that. I thought.
I guarantee you, still more than what I make.
Oh
and I work hard. I feel like I work hard at work, and it just, I don't know. It bothers me. I think the whole system is backwards there. So I'm hoping that when Biden comes in, I'm hoping he can figure something better out.
Yeah.
Pfizer is saying now they've got the first.
It's like 90-some%.
Yeah, but they're also putting a big kibosh on it until they get it approved by the FDA.
Yeah.
So who knows how the hell long that will take.
Yeah.
Hopefully quickly. At the beginning, I didn't take it real seriously, honestly. But now that I'm seeing a lot more cases, especially in our area.
Well, and I mean the big thing that sorry.
Oh, you're all right. So especially in our area, and kids kind of coming down with these. Just in the last week, people that I know, their kids coming down with these like really high fevers. Not so much every other symptoms, but just the really high fever, the cough, the runny nose. Whether it's a cold or a flu, I don't know. Neither do they. But they're at the point now where if you're even waiting for results, you cannot be out and about, which I agree with.
Yeah.
But still, that puts a lot of people out of work. It puts a lot of people short money for bills. Like, I don't know. So it's just I think I'm wearing a mask every day now, just at work because I don't want to bring it home. I don't want to.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, your point, Jim.
No, I was gonna say like
no.
I mean my thing was gonna be like they made the huge point of it's destroyed by heat. Like the heat will bring it all down, and I mean to an extent the numbers dropped a little bit, but then when the numbers dropped is when everybody was like, screw it. Now I'm good to go outside. And then everybody got together in Florida and in Texas, all on the beaches and shit like that.
Well,
and their numbers skyrocketed.
Was it? I think it's. Is it Bill Bird? Or I mean, Bert Kreischer. I can't remember which one it is. Totally going on to another podcast here, but they were talking about how they went to go do a show somewhere, and the lady was like, yeah, well, we don't have to worry about COVID here because it's on the beach, and it doesn't stay on the beach because the wind blows too much.
Oh,
and,
yeah, I think I heard
did you
something
hear about that?
Yeah.
He's like, no.
No, that's not,
like,
that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
Sorry.
It's not here because, we have the sea breeze here.
Yeah. Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
No, yeah, so I mean, and then obviously now with here specifically, we had a 20-degree temperature change in like 4 days.
Yeah, it's cold.
Like 4 days, it dropped 20 degrees. And we're supposed to we're still in the 40s all the way through this week as a high. And next week, which is good. And the temp drop there doesn't get to the point where it's like, it barely hits freezing. So we're getting like 34, 32, 30s. I mean, it's gotten as cold as like 27, I think, in the middle of the night. But I'm inside, I'm bundled up, I'm whatever. But, I mean, the whole temp change, with them talking about it, it didn't do a damn thing because, like I said, everybody just decided to say screw it and get back together in groups, and it's spread again. Now we're all quarantining or whatever, but then, like you said, we're out of people are staying home. Like, our bakery usually runs on 5 or 6 people. They're running on 3 people this week because they've got, and that's every single person working 7 days a week. Because every other person that was in that department has either been exposed or tested positive of.
Yep. A coworker of Sarah's was exposed to it, or her son was exposed to it or something, so she was quarantined. So Sarah had to do the work of, 2.5 people all last week and the week before. She's exhausted.
Yeah.
So, which brings up another thing. Then so people got to take up the slack. Then they get exhausted. Their immune systems are down.
Yeah.
And then it's just
a huge cycle at this point. Like, and again, with everything being essential. So that's the other thing. So we were like a few months ago, we heard about. So we had the hazard pay.
Yeah.
And then there's also been talks of a heroes and like another fund that's supposedly going out for like frontline workers.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Initially, we heard that it had something to do with grocery stores and like businesses that obviously had to stay open.
Yeah.
Grocery stores, people have to eat, everything like that. Truck drivers, nurses, doctors, everything like that. Now we're only hearing that it's supposed to go for The medical staff.
Just medical, yeah.
Was what I'm understanding now.
Yep.
Which is great. Don't get me wrong. They put themselves at risk every single day. I've got a friend that works up in Spokane. They'll run 17, 18 patients a person because of how short-staffed they get with that stuff. And once you're exposed to it, then you're out for 2 weeks at least. Then you can come back, Yep. But then at that point, then the person that just worked 2 weeks straight for you has to take 3 or 4 days off to coop up.
Exactly.
It's insane, man. Like, just the cycle of this whole thing. Like, and I get it's a cold. I agree with Bryce. Herd immunity is going to help that. But at the same time, right now, anytime you get a cold, it's going to break that system down and make it so much easier and susceptible to catch it.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
I'm terrified to just get the sniffles.
Oh, walking to and from work, I'll get a runny nose. So it's kind of like just the cold. So half the time when I walk home, I'll wear my mask just because that hot breath from my mouth will keep it warm a little bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop it from running, but, I mean, it does help a little bit.
I get worried. I don't know if you've heard this, but people have said that they're getting, like, pneumonia from, like, being at work all day and having the masks on, some of those cloth ones, and breathing in your own CO2. And
it can do that, but I also think that's, I mean, there have been plenty of videos out there that prove that that's a bunch of, like, horse pucky.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I mean,
in some way, though, like, when I'm at work, though, and I feel my mask, like, with... Well,
you can feel the condensation.
I'm starting my beard again. Starting my beard. I'm getting jealous of you and Bryce.
Sorry.
So, anyway, but I get it. I get real sweaty in that, and it's just, it's uncomfortable. It's, but yeah, once it starts getting that, like, condensation on it, like, I'll pop it off and just let it dry for a little bit, go on break, let it dry for a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know.
It's a touchy time right now, because like we said, right now with the temp change, we had a coworker of mine go out this week. He hung out with 3 different people in the last week that tested positive for it or came back exposed to it or whatever. So he was like, I don't know if I should come into work. I don't have any symptoms. He goes, I had a small headache, and a runny nose, but that was the only other thing out of the norm. Because we talked about it, like diarrhea is one of the normal symptoms, can be.
Well, yeah, like you and I said, I get diarrhea at least once a day.
Yeah, like it's what I eat.
Especially if I eat tacos.
Well, I can eat damn near anything, but just depends on what else it gets mixed with, is where that issue comes in.
Tacos, hot dogs.
Yeah, I had bologna a lot the last week.
Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles give me the worst rainbow shits. Oh, man. Anybody else out there get rainbow shits from Fruity Pebbles? This guy does.
I'll get like
write us and let us know.
I'll get like Ninja Turtle green shits from like the Oops All Berries.
Oops All Ninja Turtle shits.
Yep. Fuck.
Yeah, those bread ass green shits, dude. Let's see what else. Shamrock shakes.
Yeah.
Shamrock shakes. Mm-hmm.
I remember. So I think I told this. I don't know if I told this story on here, but I was dating a girl. We went to Baskin Robbins one time, and we were gonna get ice cream or whatever. And that I think I told it once before, but I don't remember if I told you. That cartoon animated movie Surf's Up came out.
Oh yeah, okay.
So they had like their specialty ice cream for this movie down there, and it was like a berry mix or something like that. So I go to get it, and the woman's like, okay, I just got to give you a heads up. We had a mother come in 2 days ago that got the ice cream 3 days ago for her son and told us that it turned his poop black.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That was my first thought, and then my second thought was, I want black shit too, so let's do that, but let's put it in a milkshake form.
Yeah.
So they like doctored it all up in a milkshake form. I downed it. The very next day, I'm hanging out up at the girlfriend's house, go in the bathroom, and normally, this might just be me, but I can poop anywhere.
Not me.
Like if I've got to go, I'll flat out go. I'll find a place to go one way or the other, but I gotta go.
Yeah.
So I was in the bathroom handling business or whatever, and I stand up, do the wipe thing, and we've said before, you got to look at it.
Oh yeah.
You got to see what's left behind.
Yeah.
So I look at it, and it's Ninja Turtle green, and I'm like. Part of me was like, your cell phone's in your pocket. Nobody's going to believe you. Nah. So I just finished wiping it.
Nah.
Flushed it. And then I went in and I bragged about my Ninja Turtle shit green. But yeah, no, it's a symptom out there.
Yeah,
But if you don't get like I said, that's an everyday thing. And now you got people with headaches. I get headaches from not sleeping, from lack of caffeine, from sleeping wrong. Like I can get a kink in my neck and wake up with a headache like that. Like it doesn't.
That's a common issue for me. I've got such fucked up back problems and neck problems from things, car accidents and stuff like that. That's a normal thing for me, but now it feels like it's not.
Yeah, you
like
have
if
to
I wake
pay
up with
attention
a
to
headache,
every little thing.
I'm like, oh shit! Like I'll run out and like grab something out of the refrigerator and be like, okay, I can taste it.
Yeah.
Make sure I don't have loss of taste or smell. Loss of smell. I think I could deal with that.
Without?
Yeah, I could deal with it.
My stepmom deals with that every single day. Like she can't smell shit unless it's like fish.
Literally.
Like
my mother-in-law when after she had her frontal lobe brain surgery, she can't taste or smell nothing. But it's weird because she says that like just from memory she can taste it.
Well, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Like you remember what it was as a kid.
Certain ice creams, like mint ice cream. And she said, I think it's like her cigarettes or something. She can taste her cigarettes. Yeah. Yeah.
I think she's still got all her sense of taste, but it's just the sense of smell, unless it's fish.
Really?
For something like tuna or something like that, she can't stand the smell of it. But especially if I make the mistake, I'll still to this day make the mistake of grabbing like a scented candle that I like and be like, smell this. And she goes, that smells like crap. And I'm like, really? Like, it's lavender.
Yeah.
Like, why does it smell? God damn it. Put the cap on and put it back on the shelf and fucking walk away.
There are certain things I can't. Okay. I've got a dishwasher now. The first time ever in my life that I've had a dishwasher.
Lived anywhere.
34 fucking years. Never had a dishwasher anywhere until we bought our own house. So I don't deal with it.
Moving out.
Right? Don't deal with it. I just spit everywhere. Gross.
Damn it,
COVID. I got on your phone. So, anyhow, hot peanut butter. Like, I'm not talking like peanut butter sauce that goes on ice cream. Like, if it's in like a dishwater, hot peanut butter is the most fucking. It will make me throw up. Seriously, it will make me gag. I don't know what it is. The smell of dishwater fucking peanut butter.
Now, I really
go home.
You're just putting ideas into my head to fuck with you, Sean.
Dude. Oh,
No. Like just like those little Skippy cups that you get for like the celery sticks. I just want to get like 3 of those and open them up and put them under the seats of your truck.
No, I can deal with just peanut butter. But if you mix it with like dishwater, dude, warm dishwater.
Well, dishwater period. It'll get warm on your truck in the summertime.
Yuck.
Just leave it in like an old McDonald's cup that you've just got in your console that you think you've left in there forever. I'll do you up real good. I'll fuck with you.
I'd probably deserve it. I put a carp in a girl's car in her trunk in high school where a spare tire was supposed to go. I think Bryce was in on that too.
Probably.
Yeah.
Sounds like something he'd do.
Yeah. I know I was talking to Bryce earlier this week. I wish he was here because I want to talk to him about it, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. One of the first times I ever drank a beer, my dad brought us over to with my Uncle John's house and brought us up to his old bedroom because he was living with his mom at the time. Lives in one of those big, giant-ass houses over in Prospect.
Yeah.
That Bryce calls the Shining House.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so we went up there and were hanging out and had our first beer or whatever and listened to music. But yeah, it was random thought I had that I brought up to Bryce and he was like, holy shit. I forgot about that. But
yeah, I think my first taste of beer, I was probably like, well, taste was like 3 or 4 because obviously you're curious as to what parents are drinking. But like first like real beer I think was probably high school with you guys.
Yeah. My first taste was I was about that same age, but it was at a bonfire. My mom and my stepdad were at when we lived in Moscow, and I was really thirsty. And of course, when you're a kid and an adult bonfire, not sure why I was there.
Were there other kids there?
No.
Okay, then that doesn't make any sense.
No.
All right. I was gonna say if it was like family bonfires.
I was told to stay in the house, which was like down the hill from the bonfire. Nah, I ain't staying down there. Anyway, I remember like bitching because there was nothing to drink because there was like no plumbing in this house. I don't know.
What fucking outskirt hillbilly podunk town of Moscow were you staying in?
It was rough when we lived up there. Yeah, my mom was like, "Oh, just take a drink of this." It was, I don't know, Budweiser or something like that, but yeah. But anyway, we got way the fuck off subject.
That's what's great about this show.
True.
We were going to touch on RIPs this past week. We had a couple of them. A couple of big ones that I mean, obviously that we touched back from like our childhood. Sean Connery, we completely spaced mentioning last week.
Shame.
Like just a shit ton of fucking like, not even just the Bond movies, but like Hunt for Red October.
Dude. Yes.
The Rock.
Yeah.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yep.
He had some.
I had a list in my
flicks,
head, and you pretty much hit them all. I was a really big fan of his Bond stuff, though.
Yeah.
Really big. I had the full Sean Connery box set at one time, and it got stolen or something, but I had it.
So I think they did anyway, down at Walmart, they had each separate Bond collection. And then I think they even had like all of them together at one point. Like they do the Star Trek movies.
That's a shit ton of movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Star Trek, there's like, I don't know, 10 or 12. But yeah, Bond movies though, damn.
Yeah, there's like at least 2 a year, it almost felt like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Alex Trebek.
Yeah. That was one I remember watching that and then Wheel of Fortune back to back.
Oh yeah.
Like, because
obviously
growing
the same up for years.
Growing up, no cable or anything like that.
Yeah.
Rabbit ears, watching TV and shit like that. Watching those with like the parents or the grandparents whenever you'd go over there. And anytime there would be a category that I was like, I know this one, I'm gonna fucking rock it. And I'd like blow my parents out of the water because I knew all the answers. And they're like, I was like, I go to school. Like, I can know some stuff. Come on,
I hear
now.
stuff. Sarah will get absolutely amazed if because we went through a period of time where we were watching a lot of Jeopardy, and we got the Jeopardy game.
Oh yeah.
For I think it was Xbox 360. Yeah. We got the Jeopardy game.
Oh, yeah.
She'll just get fucking amazed if I get like 4 or 5 in a row. Like, what? Because normally... Nah.
Yeah, no. Rat shit
Yeah.
for sale.
Yeah, dude, rat shit. Yeah, that was pretty good. I love the fact that you thought of me immediately.
Well, just the dude is where that automatically goes. And then we're like, all right, what else shittily can Sean spell? Rat shit.
I'm not a good speller.
It was a meme for ratchet straps
at a yard
sale. But instead of ratchet, RATCHET, it was rat space shit. Straps for sale. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, going back on the mask thing. I completely forgot about this. I sneezed boogers into my mask this week. I was outside taking out the garbage, and it was cold, and I don't know, something caught me. I was coming in the back door, and I was like, one of those where you're like, I'm gonna... And the fact that I had a mask on, like, didn't even faze me. Like, and I just, and I was like, oh no. It was just one of those like where you're like,
pull it off and it just strings out.
Yeah. Oh God, man. So
I still find myself wanting to sneeze, but then I'm so used to like before the masks, they're like sneeze into your arm, so you automatically want to go, and then you're like,
right.
You got to pull it off and then sneeze.
I don't want to make my mask dirty, man.
So you got to pull the mask off and then like sneeze and then like put it back on before somebody else comes down the aisle. Oh, I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been there.
Well, hell, I was. We have a key cutting machine at work, and usually you wear eye protection because you're cutting keys and metal going everywhere. And I noticed yesterday I was at work and I'm cutting keys and I got my mask on. And I felt something like hit me in the cheek, and I'm like, oh, wait a damn minute. I don't have any safety glasses on. Just because I've like, you got the mask on, so you're, I don't know if it's just like a sense of like, okay, I already have face protection on or something, so I didn't put them on.
Right.
It was weird.
Well, the big thing with those is if you don't have the mask up high enough under the bridge of the glasses, then it fogs them up. So then you're screwed anyway.
I always feel so bad for people that wear glasses. Like Sarah, she'll come in the house from being outside or something. For like, we'll like go to like say TJ Maxx or something.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll walk in, and she's just automatically all fogged up, can't see shit.
Yeah, those are pain.
Yeah. My problem with... So I have to have the masks that are, like, fairly tight to my face. Because, like, the surgical type, I don't... They go up on me, and then they kind of, like, get into my eyes. Oh, that bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But I can't believe we're sitting here talking about fucking face masks.
Well,
like
I said, so back to Alex Trebek, those ones there.
Yeah.
I did see something today. There's a bunch of people petitioning to get LeVar Burton, the guy that did Reading Rainbow, to become the new host, to replace Alex Trebek. I could see it.
I could see it. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Because there's really not a handful of other people that you would... I mean, maybe Bill Nye, but I don't think Bill Nye would do it. I can't think of anybody else. Well, I didn't see Drew Carey replacing Bob Barker either, but he seems to make it work.
Oh, yeah. I mean, good, too.
Yeah.
I'm finally starting to feel the heat.
All right.
Yeah, we have my heater underneath the table. Because it's cold. This might be, for the season, this might be the last one.
We'll rotate locations.
Yeah, we're going to be rotating. Because it's getting cold in this neck of the woods.
Way out yonder.
Way out yonder, yeah.
500 yards from the river.
From the river, yeah. 500 yards from the river, 200 yards from the most busy street in Lewiston. But,
what else? What else has been going on, man?
Shit. You know...
Okay, I know neither one of us are big on golf, but did you see that putt that the guy put across the pond up onto the green?
I heard about it. I didn't see it, but I did hear about it. Like, he skipped it off of the... Yeah.
So it was like, he was like maybe 10 or 12 yards off the water, just takes it and just cranks it.
Yeah.
Just skips across the water like a stone, hits the grass, rolls up on the hill, and then instead of like, I'm like, okay, cool, he's going to get like within the hole easily. Nope. This ball rolls all the way down around, and it's like it just hits just the perfect line, and it rolls right into the hole. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, I expected, like, I was like, he's got something in mind. I know he does. But then I was like, he's just going to get right up close to it.
Yeah.
Just going to put it right next to it. Nope. Right in.
That's fucking crazy. No, I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to sports this year, honestly.
Well, like we said, it's a tough one to do because without a crowd, it's hard to get into.
Yeah.
It makes it a little tougher.
And I think as far as like wrestling goes, I get all my information from you guys. You and Bryce and Brandon and everybody on that. Because I don't get any wrestling on the channels I have.
I'm sure you probably could find it there.
I think I can. There's a lot of like classic stuff. Not classic stuff, but I don't know. Yeah. So not a lot of current things, but
I'll have to let you borrow my network or something like that, and you can get on there and watch like some of the more current stuff.
yeah,
You can even YouTube. So like AEW, they have a program that they put strictly on YouTube,
oh,
and it's called
okay.
AEW Dark, where they'll have a lot of. It's like an hour-long program or whatever, where they'll just do like a bunch of random matches of other people that they've signed
Yeah.
that aren't on the main roster, main show, so people still get matches and whatnot like that. So, yeah, I mean, they've got some pretty solid ones on there, and then you can even YouTube like full pay-per-views and stuff like that.
True.
I've seen before. Like TNA has had a bunch on there when they have like the 6-sided ring.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that one?
I've seen one, I think. I think. Yeah. Wrestling to me kind of meshes together.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to, well, because the big thing with wrestling for a while there was people were interchanging places
Yeah.
within like a 2 or 3 year period, and now it's all pretty well set. Like there's literally like 3 different brands that people watch. There's WWE, there's AEW, and NXT, which is a branch off of WWE, but it's looked at as in a whole other light than the main rosters.
Which one is it that's like way more brutal than the rest of them? Is that
So that was ECW.
okay?
AEW has kind of opened up where they don't mind blood on the screen. Like the TNT, like they had a match last night where they had, it was called like a back court brawl or something like that, but it literally went fucking everywhere, and 2 dudes literally just got busted open, Flair style blood gushing.
Yeah.
Lucha Underground was another one. You can look that up on YouTube as well. They've got full seasons and episodes on there.
I've heard that shit gets pretty crazy.
Dude, so a lot of the guys from that are in like WWE and NXT now, or
really?
AEW now.
Okay.
So you'll see a lot of guys. Vampiro was one of the announcers for Lucha Underground for a long time.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's very luchador based. They have like their arena was like set, but it looked like an Aztec pyramid, kind of like the steps were like the big blocks
Yeah.
that you'd sit on, and then like the people would come down the stairs from the top to the ring, and dude, they had some crazy matches. Aztec Warfare, they always have one where it was like, I remember they had 2 dudes go through 2 sheets of plate glass
Oh, fuck that.
before hitting like a pad underneath or whatever.
Jesus.
And it was from like roof style drop.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
What was the deal with Japan? Doesn't Japan have some sort
Japan's
of
got
wrestling
one.
thing?
New Japan. Well, okay. New Japan is the one that people want to watch, but they don't
Okay.
have a TV deal going right now.
Okay.
So it's a lot harder to watch unless you literally like get on the internet and find like a streamed feed or something like that.
Now that's like pretty like no holes bar shit.
A lot of the stuff in there, yeah, they definitely do. I mean, there's not nearly hardly any blood unless it's like a complete accident.
Yeah.
Like somebody literally gets busted open the hard way.
Do they do a lot more like, I don't know, for some this, I mean like stereotype.
No, you're
but
good.
Do they do a lot more like jujitsu type things or
No, a
like
lot of it is.
anything like that? Or
So a
is
lot of it, they'll have like,
actual wrestling.
it's a lot of actual wrestling, a lot of chops, a lot of like the forearms to like the collar and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They literally have like spots in the match where it will slow down, and that's where they catch their breath with the chops. Even though the chops will take the breath out of you,
Yeah.
that's where you can catch your breath. And yeah, so those are always fun to watch. There's a couple of high flyers over there. Will Ospreay is phenomenal to watch in the ring. That's Bryce's top A1 guy. I'll send you some clips of that later, or show you something. But yeah, man, it's wrestling is at a great time now because people it doesn't all have to be.
What do you got? You got choices now.
Yeah.
You're not just like WWF or WCW. It's just like you've got.
There's like 4 or 5. Well, there's actually. I mean, if you break it down, there's like 6 different organizations out there. There are only probably three main ones if you take NXT and just group it in with WWE.
Yeah.
You've got AEW, New Japan, and then WWE.
Yeah.
And AEW is the one that everybody that wanted to go to WWE or WWE didn't see them fit enough to be part of it got picked up by AEW. And AEW was literally like 5 dudes that put all their, like, there was a wager at one point in time for, like, somebody goes, I bet you cannot fill a 10,000 seat arena off of an independent show alone. Mm-hmm. And they sold that show out in like 8 hours.
Holy shit.
Then they came back and they sold out a 14,000 arena in 2 hours.
Whoa.
So they can definitely do it, and the product is there. The people that have signed with them are damn willing to. Jericho went there. Mm-hmm. Jericho's like one of their number one guys.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes is there. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, the Lucha Bros that we were talking about. Those guys are there. There's some crazy, just wrestling's in a good time, minus the fact that there's no live crowds and no live shows. Yeah. That's the shitty part about it. Bryce and I were literally looking to go to at least 2 or 3 live shows this year, and it just didn't pan out. Nothing's panned out the way we want it to, so fingers crossed that even if there is a shutdown, next year can be the year of, because they're even talking about putting the Royal Rumble in Seattle this year.
Oh,
next year, like January. Boom, right off the bat, Seattle. But everything's being run out of Florida right now.
Yeah.
Because it's an essential state for wrestling.
Yep.
Who knew?
Yeah, that's funny. What else, Jim? Any new collectibles on any new finds?
On my end, I haven't had a chance to get out and look at anything lately. I got to look through my comics again because I keep seeing all these comics hanging around here, and Bryce has picked up those hardwood ones. I've got a handful of them at my house too, but I got to go through and see which ones I've got and which ones I have full sets of and what they run for. And I mean, I know for a fact I've put oil fingery prints all over them, but I mean, it'd still be worth a shot to look at.
Let's look at a couple of these I have on the wall. I know a couple of them were worth like, I don't know, $25-$30 or whatever, but I'm pretty sure they've been out of their packages. I mean, they're in plastic now, but the one I found today, that one, I mean, it's not worth a whole lot. That Superman, what is it called?
$123.97.
$123.97. Yeah, it was a like limited thing, but I mean, it's not worth a lot, but it's cool to have.
Yeah.
Which I forgot I had it. Dug it up today. What else did I find? Oh yeah, Bryce's pillow.
Yeah, he was not super excited.
Yeah,
he was all jacked about telling us. Then he's like, I don't think he caught on to like, you better go get it early.
Yeah, I know. So Bryce, he goes, I was at the thrift store and I saw this really sweet pillow and I had the sequence, like you do it this way and it's Iron Man and you do it this way and it's Captain America and it's an actual Marvel pillow, blah blah blah. But he passed it up.
He didn't have the cash for it.
Yeah, he didn't have the cash for it. It was 89 cents. Anyway, it was 89 cents. So, so I went there today, not expecting to see it. I found my Groot, my teenage Groot, which is my favorite, because he's kind of, that I don't give a fuck. It's my favorite era in life. Yeah. Found that, and then I went ahead and just got Bryce's pillow, and then showed it to him, and
got called all sorts of names.
Yeah. It's all right. You snooze, you lose.
Right. So I've actually got him caught up on quite a few of those Marvel movies. I've got I got a bunch that I've got recorded on my Sling that I got to get over there at some point and watch with him too. Nice. But
I've started watching them in chronological order because on Disney Plus they actually have them in chronological. So I watched Captain America today, and then I started watching Captain Marvel. Because that's the second one in the order of things, which I didn't get quite yet, but I
why
think
it's that way.
Yeah, but I'll figure it out.
Time wise, because it goes. Cap was like 1940s, 1930s, 1940s.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel was 1990 something.
Yeah.
And then you look at the next one when they bring...
Well, and I completely forgot that the reason... Like, I was thinking all this time, like, Captain America was, like, invincible like Wolverine. No. I forgot that he was just frozen.
Yeah.
It was the plane, the Hydra plane that he crashed and fucking froze. I completely forgot about that until today, and I was like, oh, yeah. He was just frozen.
I watched Civil War the other day.
Yeah.
Started to watch Ultron. That's one of my favorites right there.
Yeah, it is a good one.
So I think that's the only one that of the Avengers that Bryce hasn't seen is Ultron. He liked Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is good.
Yeah.
I think, though, out of all of them, a lot of people would agree. Guardians, both of them. The Ant-Man's, both of them.
I haven't seen the second one yet. I need to watch the second one.
It's Ant-Man and then Ant-Man and
the Wasp.
And Wasp, yeah. And, that is really good. I like that one.
I need to watch the second one.
But, yeah, I noticed also they've got... they're starting to put the X-Men series.
Oh, yeah.
Too. So,
the movies on there?
Yeah. But all my favorite ones aren't there. I've been having a hard time remembering what is the name of... Okay, so they do The Wolverine, which is when he's in World War II, and they drop the bomb on Hiroshima, right? And then they have the one with him, and is it... I can't remember, is it his brother, or is it another one that's kind of like him? You know what I'm talking about?
Sabretooth?
Yeah, and they're like loggers together. You know what I'm talking about?
So
which one is that?
That's Wolverine Origins.
Origins. Okay.
That's Origins, and the way they I
like that.
That was one that they screwed up Deadpool on. Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
His character is actually Deadpool at the end. That's why they bring him out. And when you watch the Deadpool movie, he makes fun of the kid holding the Deadpool action figure from the Wolverine movie. There's a little clip in there where he's got that action figure and he like throws it in the garbage or something like that. Yeah. No, there was that one, and then so Origins came out first. Then they did The Wolverine, which is the one where he's World War II, and then they go to Japan, and he fights off the
Japanese
Iron Samurai, I think it is, or the Steel Samurai.
Yeah.
And then Logan, which Bryce also watched.
Did he watch Logan?
Yeah, he watched Logan.
I bet he cried. That movie made
He didn't cry.
That movie made me cry.
He didn't cry, but he was tired as shit watching it. I had to keep waking him up. But I was like, dude, you're not it sucks. You're gonna cry a little bit because people do die. It sucks when they die, but you're like, yeah. They leave it open for what they can do with the girl, though.
Oh yeah.
And the girl's already said she'd come back and play the character again if they did something with it. So
yeah,
time will tell.
Yep.
Time will tell. What else?
Shit.
Any other new movies coming out you want to see? Or shows you've been watching? We always go to like normal because we're homebodies. We don't do a whole lot of shit.
Totally homebody, man. Shit. I'm still watching that Paranormal Witness. I'm still watching that.
Yeah.
I got into well, Sarah got me into it. A little embarrassed to say, but it's a good show. Schitt's Creek.
I've heard that's pretty good. I've watched a few episodes of it.
It's pretty goddamn funny.
Eugene Levy's always funny.
Oh, yeah. And did you know that both of his kids are in that movie?
Yeah.
So the son, that's his actual son, and then the girl that like works in the diner there, names are escaping me, but that's his daughter.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've been watching with that, or with Sarah. I don't know. I've been doing this old man thing here recently where I'm fucking falling asleep at like 8:30.
Yeah, I do that quite frequently. When we get done with this, it's usually like go home, get everything set to where it like mixes down, and then I'm like, all right, I'll crash out till like midnight, and then I'll wake up and do everything.
Yeah.
In the frozen cold in my bedroom. But yeah, no, I've been sticking with that. I'm still rewatching Supernatural. I restarted that from the beginning. Well, because I got Bryce
Yeah.
going on it, so we started watching like season 1 at his house. And we got through like the first disc, and I was like, all right, screw it, I'm going home and I'm watching. And I've binged watched through like 4 seasons already.
Really?
He's got 1 through 4 of mine on DVD.
Well,
And I
they're
got
on. There's what, 9?
There's
Nine?
14 seasons.
Is there 14
They're
seasons?
finishing at the 15th season. I think is finishing up either
Oh yeah, okay. 'Cause
tomorrow or
we're on 13.
Okay.
We're on season 13, and we stopped watching it for a long time. We got onto something else, and then it was the Lost series.
Oh yeah.
Somebody told me you gotta watch it, and it was. I mean, that's old,
Oh yeah.
but we started watching that, which was pretty good. Yeah, Supernatural. I want to get back onto that one too.
Yeah, I'll catch that because, like I said, in the mornings usually when I get off work, it'll be on TV for like 4 or 5 hours. So
Yeah,
I'll just jump in there, and then what I'm so far ahead, I'll go back to the older ones and watch that. I also, like I said, I've been watching a bunch of, like, we got on the topic of wrestling. I went back and watched from like 2002. I'm almost all the way through that year right now,
Really?
just of like Monday Night Raws.
nice.
So,
I've been rewatching actually. So on my lunch hour, this is mistake. I get an hour long lunch. I will come home. 'Cause I don't live that far away.
Yeah.
I come home and I'm rewatching Trailer Park Boys. So, and I started at season 1 and I'm like season 11 now, and I'll sit and, eat lunch and watch Trailer Park Boys. But I've noticed like 3 times in a row, like I'm 10 minutes late for work because
oh shit.
that's one of those shows that you just get so into and you're like, oh, okay, turn it off.
Right.
I'm gonna be a little bit late. So yeah, Trailer Park Boys, the One Girly Show, and need to get back into Supernatural. I like that one. So, I've been doing a lot of work here in the garage. Winterizing, all that kind of shit on the house,
Yeah.
all that dad grown up shit. But
Yeah, I don't do none of that.
yeah.
I got nobody to impress.
Yeah. It's weird owning a house now. You got to worry about shit like pipes freezing up and all that kind
Right.
of stuff. But yeah, other than that, man,
Not a
nothing
whole
big.
lot.
Nothing big. Just all the fucking crazy shit going on in the world. Yeah. Doing the collectible thing because it makes me feel good.
I mean, you got to find something outside of like
I'm
work
glad
and
you-
home.
Yeah, I'm glad you and Bryce kind of turned me onto that. And it hit quick.
Oh yeah. Like
I went from having nothing to having,
Well, and that's one of the
Yeah.
great things about like living in a town where you've got like your old like your parents or whatever have like your old toys and
Yeah.
shit still tucked away.
yeah.
Like I don't have that luxury at this point. I don't know where any of my old toys are at. I remember for my 18th birthday, actually, though, I did forget to mention this. Beth got me the 4 turtles from like the new series that came out at the time,
Oh, yeah.
and then like a vehicle of some sort, and I just brushed it off because I was like, I'm 18 years old. Why the fuck am I getting Ninja Turtles? And then I was like, now I'm thinking about it, like those things were probably worth a decent amount of money if I
Give
still
them
had all.
away or
I don't even
something.
know what happened to them.
Yeah. Well, that's like me. So when they did the reboot on Star Wars in the 90s, like what was it, 98? I remember my dad was huge into Star Wars when it first came out. And so he got me into it, and we collected every character. We had X-Wing fighter, we had a TIE fighter, we had one of the walkers, we had one of those. No Millennium Falcon because they were hella expensive.
Oh yeah.
We had like the little like convertible looking car thing that they had.
Oh
in the
yeah,
sand.
yeah.
But yeah, all the characters. We had the full size, like the 12-inch characters. We had a shit ton of that stuff. My dad moved, and he wasn't gonna be able to take it all, so he gave it to me. Well, I had it in boxes. Years down the line, I was like 17, and I remember my aunt and uncle were having a big fucking yard sale, and I was like, hey, I'll put that stuff out, and I sold a couple things here and there, and then sure enough, one of my aunt's friends came up, and her son was like 10 or 11, and I ended up just giving him a bunch of this shit. And I was just like, now I'm sitting here like, oh my God.
Well, now do you look at
Why?
the things that you have on your shelf and you're like, I could have easily had this entire shop in like Star Wars decor.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get like that's the issue. Like I've got so much interest that I'm like, okay, I want to get Marvel stuff. I want to get Star Wars stuff. Not so much Star Trek. Maybe a couple characters here and there. But and then like the car stuff, like you can't see it on camera, but like behind the camera is all cars and license plates and. But yeah, that's the hardest thing is like getting them all arranged.
Right.
So you don't just have this menagerie of random shit.
Yeah, I basically the only stuff that I've got are wrestlers at this point. I haven't found a whole lot of anything else that I wanted to pick up, but
Yeah.
I mean, because obviously, like we were kids way back in the day, there are definitely things that I would like to go find in somewhere, but they're hard to find them. Like I haven't been. I think if checks come in, I might just walk down to the hangar tomorrow and see what the fuck's going on down there. If they've got anything in there,
Yeah.
what's new.
I know the Bargain Hunter. They've got a lot of like the Star Wars figurines and a lot of like the 12-inch ones and things like that. But it's hard though, cause like I don't know. You can buy a brand new one online.
Yeah.
For $24, or you can go buy one that's beat to shit and missing the gun and everything else for like $50. So I don't know. Do you go the antique route or do you go the brand new route?
It's tough to tell anymore. Figuring out what I mean, and that's the thing too is like Bryce goes way deep when he looks into this stuff. Like
he'll look
the
him up.
age and like
he won't
the
get
date
it
that they come out.
Yeah.
That rhino that he found, he did end up picking it up.
Yeah, I saw that. He showed it to me when I went over to his house. I went over and grabbed that weight bar.
Oh
the other
yeah.
night, and he showed me. But
Nice. Yeah. Got a kick and everything like that. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Well, kids, I don't know about you. I'm getting my legs are fucking frozen.
Yeah,
that heater ain't doing a goddamn thing for me.
No, it's not. You can only feel the heat if you're like put your hand
straddling it like Sean is.
You shouldn't have to put your hand on an oil heater for it to work. Like this thing's a piece of garbage, and it might catch the table on fire. So
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
like I said, we just need to get. If anybody has a heater they want to donate, reach out. Also, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell so we know you're following and stuff. Spotify and on here if you want. This is a great if you're just sitting at home and you got something, chores to do or whatever, you can watch it, listen to it at the same time. We love the Spotify factor because that's what we listen to at work.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets us by through the day. A lot of people listen to music and whatnot, but I am way more of a visual person when it comes to like just chilling at home. So
yeah, I know before I was on it, every time they're like this summer yard work, fancy tickles.
Yeah,
listening to it when it was you and Bryce, but I don't listen to it as much anymore.
You don't like the sound.
I don't like the sound of my own voice.
I like just hearing the banter back and forth, man. Like when it gets a good flow, it's super nice to hear.
Yep. But anyway, on that note,
we
love you guys.
See you guys next week.
See ya.
Adios.